WRPB and WRPB Studios. So, as you've been following this channel and WRPB's channel and Coquina Cove's channel, you'll know that Alyssa, who's sitting next to me, was interviewed. We spoke about Coquina Cove. The apartment complex, as Jeff wants to call it, I call it more like a resort, but I dragged him on so that we can clarify this. And I wouldn't let Alyssa leave, so you're both here now. Okay. Were you there when it was built, Jeff?
No.
So you guys bought it, it was already existing.
It was an existing apartment community. Yes.
Okay, so the staff that you have now, are any of them, was any of them there when you took over?
No.
Okay, because I can tell you, and we spoke about it, right, that you have an amazing staff. And that, in this day and age, it's almost impossible to hire anybody. And to get a team that works great is a blessing. We have it here, you guys have it there. You call it an apartment community.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Not an apartment complex.
No.
Okay. I call it a resort because that's how you run it.
Sure.
Okay. So when you took it over, was it run the same way basically?
We made some significant changes. We put a lot of money into Coquina Cove after we purchased it, and we wanted to change the culture. And, I think prior to us getting there, it was a place where people paid rent and they had a roof over their head, and that was about it. And now it's a community. People, we care about our residents. We try to bend over backwards to make their experience as good as it can be when they're living there, and the whole goal is to make people really enjoy where they live, or help them enjoy where they live, so they'll stay for years upon years, and really get to know their neighbors and enjoy the people that are around them. So.
When I've come to your events, and I've gone to a number of them, there is community there. Okay, you can see it in the way people interact with one another. Okay, it's not like there's a click there and a click there. When I'm there, people are walking around and not just staying in one spot. They're usually talking to someone here, talking to someone over there, talking to someone over there, which is one of the cool things I found out about it. It's also, and I don't think we spoke about this, Alyssa, but it's also, maintenance-wise, it's kept amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the pool's spotless. Okay, and it's a pool that's used constantly.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's ever been a time that I was there where the weather was decent, didn't have to be perfect, that there wasn't people in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you have any like snowbird residents, or is everybody there full time?
I have one,
Is there one?
just one. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm going to guess from talking to you guys that you stay pretty full. There's
Yes.
almost every so often I'll hear you say, well, we have one unit available. Or we have. That's got to be really a feather in your cap. Okay? And I'm going to guess, Jeff, I know that you're almost always there, right?
Yes.
You spend your time there. You kind of talk with the residents during the things that I see. Like when you hold an event, and I know that I have yet to be an event where you were not there. Is it something that you make a commitment that there's an event and I'm going to go?
Well, the events are definitely not only a way for the residents to connect with each other, but it's an opportunity for the staff to connect with the residents, because obviously during the day, when we have things we have to do, we don't have 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here to have long conversations with people, because
Right.
we got to get things done. But yeah, resident events are a perfect way to connect, and I can sit down with somebody for 10 minutes and get to know them a little better, and get feedback on how we're doing, and things of that nature. So yes, it's important to me.
Okay, so does he send out like an email? Hey, we're having an event this day. Everybody should be there.
Yes.
Okay.
We send out text messages and emails.
Now, how do
We
you?
encourage that.
Yes.
We don't require
We don't require.
anybody to be.
No, I said request. I didn't say
Yes.
require. I didn't want to use that word. So, how do you connect with your residents? Do you call them? Do you text them? I mean, I'm sure that most of them have been there a while, know to look if you're having an event or not,
Mhm.
and probably go to your website, which is coquinacoveapartments.com.
Mhm.
But like new people, when they come, how do you know? How do they know to connect with you, and how do you connect with them? Do you put flyers out? I mean,
Mhm.
so you make sure that all the residents are aware of what's going on.
Yes. Well, first, when a new person comes in, we always have like a move-in packet that we do. It kind of lets them know a little bit about the community, like surrounding restaurants that are local, and just a little bit about our community, like how the valet trash works, and those things, and who to call in case of an emergency. We always reach out a few days, 24 to 48 hours after somebody moves in, just to follow up with them to make sure everything's okay, and let them know to join our Facebook page. We have a Coquina Cove community Facebook page. So we send links out for that. We email, we text about our events, send text reminders too.
I see it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I share all your stuff.
I know. Thank you.
I share all because I have yet to be at one of your events that I didn't have a good time.
Right.
Okay, and I come from up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in Port St. Lucie to go to Palm City. One is to support, but two is not really just to support, but I have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the event that you had, I guess, is the one where you donated the check to Humane Society of $10,000. That was a great event for me because it was such a relaxing event. I I found a seat because my wife has a bad back, and it's almost everybody came over to our table. Okay, and Joe from the Stuart Martin Chamber, he was sitting with us too, and we were talking, Jeff, about the caterer because the food is always really, really good. So whoever you're using for caterer is pretty excellent, and I guess it's the caterer you use most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find this caterer?
Actually, years ago, at another property, I used another company who was no longer in business, and they had referred this other company. So,
So, are you there at the meetings, like when you're going to plan next year's events? Are you at all those meetings, Jeff?
I don't get too involved in the
Events?
events. Alyssa's the mastermind behind
I
Except-
just ask them to
that.
write the checks.
Except to, but you do get involved because I see you at every one of them.
Yes, he's
At
always
them,
there.
but I feel very confident that when Alyssa plans an event, that it's going to go over well, and she doesn't really need my input.
I think it's a good thing. Okay, the less the boss stays out of it, the happier the workers are.
As long as it's smooth and they don't have to worry about anything, we take care of it. That's our
Right.
main goal, even for the residents too, our visitors. We just want you to come, relax, enjoy, let us take care of everything, and you can kind of see how we, function.
And
So,
again, like I said, there's events that I've been to that I've worked at,
mhm,
and there's, you were talking about maintenance and stuff,
mhm.
and we came and we filmed all the things that you do maintenance wise.
The videos, the
All those
how-to videos.
all the how-tos and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So, and that's on this channel too, so you'll be able to
Mhm.
watch them. And progressively, we keep adding more content, so you'll
Mhm.
learn more and more about what goes on. For you, Jeff, because you don't live at the community, right?
No.
Okay, so you come down, and when I see you there, okay, it's like almost like you're a tenant there. It's like you're a resident there because you blend in with everybody like they see you every day. Now you're there almost every day, right?
That's correct.
Mhm.
And I hate to ask this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Nothing is perfect in this world. So things go wrong. Who does it fall on if you have an issue? Does it fall on you because you're the property manager? Like if a tenant has a complaint,
Mhm.
who does it does that you don't take it's not you, Jeff, that really deals with it.
Yeah, it doesn't really fall on anybody. I mean, we do our best to address, situations as they arise. Like you said, nothing is perfect. So if I'm not able to come to a good resolution with somebody, then I will always, get Jeff involved. So,
Well, you have an amazing team,
right.
okay?
Mhm.
And I talk to most of them, and they're always like nice and pleasant.
They are. They're
Okay.
great.
So how many people work with you at the place?
We have a staff of 7 people,
Mhm.
3 in the office, 4 on the grounds.
Okay, so your maintenance people,
Mhm.
and you have over 200 something units.
Yes, 256.
So
A lot of different
that keeps the
personalities.
maintenance people busy.
Yes.
I would guess that keeps the maintenance people busy.
Mhm.
And again, things break down.
Mhm.
How long does it basically take? Like, let's just say, bathroom toilet breaks.
Mhm.
How long does it take, but from the time the resident calls, for you to get somebody up there
Usually it's 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours.
that you'll fix it?
Mhm.
And depending on what it is, of course.
Correct.
'Cause
A plumbing issue usually gets done within
Yeah,
an hour or 2.
Right.
Right, because you don't want the place to flood, because that
Right.
affects everybody.
Right. That would be a different situation. Yeah, that would be right away.
Right.
Mhm.
Just
Do they-
basically, we look and see what the work order is, and
Right.
then we, some can, if your door squeaks or whatever,
Yes, that's
that
like a
can go a day
24
or
hours.
2.
Right.
But if it's, something that's urgent, we get on it
Right away.
It's interesting because we were talking about you have one of your tenants that's been there for 20 years.
Mhm.
And when I interviewed him, he was like, that was his home. That wasn't just an apartment, that was his home.
Mhm.
Okay? And most of the people there, when you see them at an event and they're in the pool, it's not like, how would I word it? They're there to have a good time, almost like they're on vacation.
Mhm.
Okay? And they're at the pool like you would be at on vacation. Okay? That's why I kind of say that when I go there, it's almost like a resort. Okay? And that's kind of the way I see the way you run it. And I've been around a long time. I've lived in apartment complexes, and if I was going to move to an apartment complex, surely that would be one. The biggest problem that I have is that probably if I had to move an apartment complex, you probably would have no vacancies because you pretty much stay pretty full
That is correct.
because
For the
people
most
don't
part.
leave. Okay, so I need some apartment. You'd have to throw someone out.
We'll put you on the wait list.
You have a wait list?
Yes.
What a blessing. I mean,
Mhm.
but I get it because I've been there. I see the way it runs. I see how you take care of it. I know that you got to get back to work.
Yes.
So I'm going to end it with this. What's the website again?
It's www.coquinacoveapts.com.
And the phone number?
772-288-2115.
Everybody will be right back. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.